Our next guest is a leading expert in entomophagy, the practice of eating insects, including their eggs, larvae, and pupa.
Now that's a mouthful I doubt I would enjoy, but it's true that insects have been eaten by humans for millennia and still form part of many traditional cuisines to this day.
Despite our cultural distaste of the idea, the case for eating bugs has been gaining ground in recent years, and Zayaan Khan is part of a remarkable international network of people who bring positive ethical changes to food production and consumption worldwide.
When green activist Zayaan Khan wanders through a garden, she's not just looking at the pretty flowers, because this is a multi-dimensional environment with stimuli for all the senses and a lot of food for thought.
Zayaan Khan is a passionate advocate of all matters relating to the environment. Now I'm really curious to find out more about her sustainable work and how she's making a difference in the world. Let's go meet her.
Zayaan is a young woman with an holistic view of the world, who's not afraid to challenge orthodox thinking. From land reform to sustainable food production, she has a deep understanding of an incredible range of subjects, while keeping in touch with the people and the soil.
Hello Zayaan.
Hello, how are you?
Lovely to meet you.
You too.
I believe we are in a farmer's market of note.
This is one of the gardens, one of the many little farms here at Oudtshoorn, where they are producing good, clean and fair foods, flowers, herbs, fruits and vegetables.
Zayaan, was it fair to say that you were Miss Green Fingers growing up?
Never. No.
What was your childhood like?
We never had a garden, you know, grew up in the inner city and so on. But my grandmother had a big love for plants and I had a big appreciation, always an animal lover. And then as I grew older and tried to do many different things, I realized in the end I just wanted to work with plants. And then from then on, started doing research around growing food in the urban environment. Cape Town has got very limited space. And then got employed at the NGO that I'm working at now and realized, wow, okay, the food system is very broken.
What exactly does that mean?
It means that we don't have a lot of control of our own food. It means that we don't have the choice about what we're eating, how it's grown, how it gets to our plates, and what it is that we're eating. And we find that a lot of people also have no idea anymore. You know, food means supermarket.
Zayaan, care to show me around?
Sure, let's go.
Hey, Missy.
Smell this.
Oh wow. Rub that a bit on me.
A little bit. This is lemon verbena. It's very, very good as a tea. We also have an indigenous similar smelling. This is a citronella. Lemongrass is similar, but it's such a refreshing smell. And these plants get very old. That is Swiss chard, one of the bright lights, the same family as beetroot. So you can see it's full of that color. You can take that PC. I just smell lemon verbena.
So we have flavoring of the verbena.
It's nice and fresh.
Oh wow, these
tastes like green. So this is kale. It's one of the many varieties of kale. A few years ago, kale was the star of the vegetable kingdom. They're quite tough and you shouldn't really eat them raw.
You shouldn't?
Often they need to be transformed in a way. Transforming just means preparing or cooking. A lot of people don't know, but this is the plant of an artichoke. This is generally how they'll fall apart. So inside here, you'll find the seeds.
Okay.
This little guy is a cabbage moth larvae caterpillar. They are very destructive, but they are so much work to try to control that often what farmers who farm in an organic way do is they let them live where they are and try not to fight them too much, and eventually, you know, nature does as it does and it balances out.
Okay. All right, so not an ideal one and not one of the insects that we will be trying.
No. It's a warning generally in nature, brightly colored animals, birds and so on, fish as well.
Yeah.
It's a warning to other predators and so humans included.
Tell me more about your entomophagy research.
This is something that's been very interesting for most people. Insects is one of the greatest food sources. They're easy to store, they keep for a while. There's a diversity of flavor. You still find that a lot of people are eating insects.
But don't you get squeamish at all?
In the beginning, no. No, because I was so curious.
Oh.
But still, it's going to sound strange, but things like snails still get me a bit.
On that slimy note, should we head off?
Yes, let's go. So let's go around the corner to one of the other farms.
Okay.
They've got some different interesting things growing there.
I'm on the slopes of Signal Hill here in Cape Town at the Tisa Nabanya farm, which means we feed others. Let's find out more. Zayaan, I know that you are passionate about sustainability, but how can we as everyday folk incorporate that into our own lives?
It's about an awareness, first of all, I think. And seeing where you find affinity with people who you believe are living in a sustainable way, and then kind of following suit and doing your own research.
Well, I know you've got one final step.
Yes.
Shall we head off?
Let's go.
Zayaan, I've got to ask, why did you bring me to the ocean?
I wanted to give a little bit of an essence what it would have been like before we were so dependent on a supermarket system. A lot of our food would have come from the coastal areas.
The energy that I sense from you is all about giving back.
Yeah.
Where do you think that came from?
I don't know, I suppose I love this city, but I see and I experience a lot of hardships within it, you know, and there's a lot of sickling, a lot of struggling. And I think I feel a duty to make a difference, just to inspire people to see how to do it differently.
Who inspires you to do what you do?
I would have to say people who are brave enough to be producers in this day and age against all these big supermarket systems. The farmers, the fishers, the local producers.
Zayaan, look into the future. Where do you see yourself?
I would like to be a producer myself. To be this kind of activist, you know, requires a lot of energy and a lot of passion and constant driving, and I would like to see what we call, you know, make the circle bigger a little bit.
Zayaan, thank you so much. You've given me so much food for thought.
It's a pleasure, thank you so much.
Spending time with Zayaan today has made me realize that we can all be part of the solution by planting one seed at a time. Let's make it a food revolution.